Alright, check this out. You guys are back on the Hater World and I'm Blue Devil. What we got going on today is a video of Gunna in court the day he was released. But before we get into that video, if you guys are new to the Hater World, make sure you go over, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, like the video, and most importantly, leave me a comment down below and let me know if you like what I'm doing or whether you don't. And salute to all my day ones. You guys already know, nothing but love. But check this out. This video was sent to my Instagram at TheHaterWorld. If you don't follow me, make sure you do so. We got a lot of behind the scenes footage right there. But other than that, this video was sent to me of Gunna in the courtroom. They titled it Gunna Snitching. I haven't watched it yet. I've read all the headlines. So what I want to do is watch the video entirely, and then we'll come back and give you guys a Southsider's reaction. So with no further ado, let's get into this video. But one last thing, I want to give a shout out to IQ Shahid. I think he's the one that broke the video. All the videos that I've seen sent to me have his tag on it, so I think he's the one that broke it. So if you don't follow him, make sure you do so. IQ Shahid. His YouTube will be on the video itself, so go give the homie a follow. So with no further ado, let's get you guys a Southsider's reaction. Let's go.
Please state after each statement whether or not you agree or acknowledge that the statements are true, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped the vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
God damn, say it ain't so. That right here is IQ Shahid. Once again, go give that homie a follow. I don't like people to think that I'm stealing content. It's all sent to me, so shout out to him. But let's go ahead and rewind this video, and then we'll break it down. But my ears did not deceive us or deceive me. We all heard what he self-admitted to. So let's go ahead and press rewind.
State after each statement whether or not you agree or acknowledge that the statements are true, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Check this out. Before we go any further, let's not forget that Gunna was on Crime Stoppers a long time ago. I think before he was even a rapper, talking about his cousin's murder and knowing who it was that killed him. I'm not quite sure exactly the details of it. It's been a long time since I watched it, but I remember that when I saw it, I was just like, God damn, right? So let's not forget he has a slippery past, okay? Let's just remember that, but let's keep going.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
Check it out. The goal is to never get on the stand, right? The goal is to never self-admit. The goal is to never throw the homies under the bus. The goal is to always stay solid. Up to this point, they've only asked him if, he joined the record label, which he said yes. And there's nothing wrong with, that. At least that part, joining the label as a record label, I don't see no wrong there. But let's keep going.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
They asked him if YSL was a record label and a gang. Okay? And he said yes. They also asked him if he had personal knowledge on the YSL members committing crimes. Personal knowledge. Okay? To those that don't know what that means that he's well aware and knows of times that Young Thug, and other associates has done dirty work, right? Whether selling dope, killing, putting out hits on people, buying guns, whatever it is. He has personal knowledge of all that, and he answered with yes. That is fucked up right there. That alone, I think, can put Young Thug away. Listen, let me explain something to you guys that are at home, right? Usually when it's a RICO charge like this, or people get busted, say you get busted with your homie, the prosecutor, the DA, they want the big fish. They don't want the lower level crook. They always want the top dog. And in this case here, the top dog is Young Thug, because he's the one that literally started YSL. He's the big fish. Okay, they want him. They know Gunna is a softie. They know he's really not with the business, the function. So they don't really want him. They want Young Thug, right? So I guarantee you, they walked up to Gunna, and they told him, look, you go home today. You go home today. We just want to know if YSL's a gang or not. And I've said this many times before, and I'll say this again. If the cops tell you that your homie is snitching, and they still want you to say something, all you gotta tell the cop is, well, if you already got all the answers, what do you need me for, right? That means they're lying to you. So I really feel here that they didn't have nothing up on Thug. They didn't have no solid, concrete evidence that YSL was a gang, right? And they needed that one person just to confirm it. And they found the softest one out of the crew, Gunna. And they made him a deal he could not refuse. Okay, so now the DA can write on a piece of paper that they got concrete confirmation that YSL is a certified gang, because one of the members said it was. Okay, let's keep that in mind. Let's keep going.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped the vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Check this out. That's a fucking another no. So now Young Thug and Gunna got pulled over with methamphetamines, which is crystal, right? Dope, crystal, scante, fuck, man, that shit has a gang of names. Glass, whatever you want to call it, right? Also got caught with hydrocodone, which are Norco. Back in the day, they used to be little yellow pills. Now they make them as white pills. And the reason they stopped making yellow pills is because people were forfeiting them. Forfeiting is how you call it. They were faking the pill. They were scamming people, and a bunch of shit was going on with that yellow pill. So now little bananas, now they made them white. So they asked him if he was present when they got pulled over with all those things, right? Also had guns in the car. He said, yes, I was present. That's not a deal breaker, because he was there. He got caught, right? The deal breaker is when they asked him if everything belonged to him. And he said, no, it does not belong to me. And if there's only two people in the car and it doesn't belong to this guy, this is the only guy that's left. It must be his, right? So he's literally putting the blame on Young Thug without literally pointing the finger. And a lot of you guys might ask yourselves, what is Young Thug doing with all these drugs and guns? He don't need it. He's a superstar. That's for the hood. Those are for the homies in the hood. That's not for Thug and all of that. That's for the homies in the hood. See, and I can guarantee you this is the way they think. Young Thug probably thinks this way. They ain't going to pull over a Maybach. They ain't going to pull over a Lamborghini. They ain't going to pull over a Bentley. I'll take this shit to the hood. Or I'll drop it off at the safe house. So the homies can get their work on. But nowadays, the cops ain't stupid. The cops nowadays know. They know the back streets. They know all the little tricks. They know what cars to look for. They know all these things. They didn't know these things back in the day. Back in the day, they see a Bentley and they're like, "Oh, that's a rich white guy," or "That's a a well-off person," right? Like that's the way they used to think. But now they know that all these whips are driven by young rich men. Whether you're black, white, Chinese, it doesn't matter. They know that's what it is. So it's a quick pullover just to see what the fuck you got going on. So I guarantee you that all that shit he got busted for was for the hood. And now that Gunna said it ain't mine, now they only got one more person to look at. So now they got a confirmation that YSL is a gang, and they got a confirmation that the drugs were not Gunna's, so they gotta be Young Thugs. Let's keep going.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
Damn. Okay, that last one right there, he's sort of saying, I admit that YSL is a gang. I admit that it is something bad. I admit that it is no good for the community. And I admit that YSL must die, right? Go away or go to prison or whatever. He's literally saying, I know that YSL should not be around because they do a lot of bad things. Listen, he shitted on YSL. Not only did he shit on the label, he shitted on the actual gang and on his homies. Now that he's out the way, now the DA says, yeah, go home. Go home, you softy. Go home. Go tell the world that you're not a rat. Go tell the world that you're a down-ass fool. Go tell the world that you're this gangster pushing P. Go tell the world that. We don't give a fuck. We know you're a softy, so go, right? Now their whole focus is on Young Thug. Now it's like this. Young Thug, is YSL a gang? No, it's not, Your Honor. Wait. Slow down. Your road dog, your homeboy, your number one gun, said right here that YSL is a gang. So are you lying to me, Young Thug? No, I am not, Your Honor. But how is it that your right-hand man said that YSL is a gang? Bam. Right? Strike number one. Strike number two. Yo, Young Thug, the dope you got caught with and the guns, who did they belong to? Did they belong to you? No, it didn't belong to me. Well, right here it shows that Gunna said that they weren't his. And there's only one other person in the car, and that was you. Strike number three. Strike number two. Sorry, goddamn. And the third one is, does YSL is YSL a gang? Is it detrimental to the hood? No, it's not, Your Honor. Then why do you have all these murders and all these drug cases? Obviously, it ain't good for the hood. Strike number three. Listen, if they didn't have nothing on Thug, now they do. Now they do. Now they got a bunch of stuff on Thug. Why? Because the right-hand man said it. Listen, if it was some crackhead on the street and it was some random dude or a guy passing by on a bike, fuck it. It doesn't help the case. But because it's the right-hand man, the man that is right there in all the music videos, all the songs, the man that got busted with you, it's literally like your brother, right? Because he's the one confirming all these things. It's going to be very hard to get out of it. It's going to be very hard to get out of it. It's going to be very hard to prove that it's not a gang because of what Gunner said. It's a sad day. Now, if you guys go and pay attention, Gunna got a commuted sentence, which is a joint suspension. He got 5 years to serve 1 year time served, and the other 4 years, they're joint suspended, which means that if he fucks up, then he'll go back to the pen for 4 years, right? If he does anything wrong, he'll go back to fill out the rest of his time, which is 4 years, right? So now listen, the judge, the jury, the DA, all them people can call him back to court and ask him questions, right? And it is part of the deal that he has to answer truthfully, right? If he doesn't answer truthfully, he gets 5 years only, right? So check this out. Check this out. Nobody has thought about this. What if he said these things just to get out, right? Just to get out. And when they call him back to court and they ask him, all these questions again if he says, Your Honor, I was lying the very first time. I was under the influence. They made me say it. I have no idea what the fuck I stated. You know, the judge is going to say, you know what? Lock this man up for 5 years. On the RICO charge, 5 years, you won. You fucking won. 5 years is almost nothing, right? 85% is state time. So he'll probably do 3. With 1 served, he'll probably do 2. And he didn't rat on nobody, or he won't rat on nobody. You know, is that his goal? Is that his plan? Is that his plan? Did he just get out right now to go take care of some business? You know, that can happen. I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but I like to think ahead. I like to think of the possibilities that can happen, right? Because they will call him back to testify. And he could say, hey, Your Honor, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know what the fuck I said. They made me say it. You know what? Lock this man up. He's fucking with us. Give him his 5 years. Fuck it. You know? 5 years is better than life. You know? And now Young Thug got a chance to maybe fight the case. You know, there's a lot of possibilities. But as far as right now, it seems like that fool ratted. It doesn't even seem like it. It looks like it. Okay? But we don't know until we get the full story and when we get Young Thug, when we figure out what's going to happen with him. But as far as right now, the way I look at it is Gunna did whatever he had to do to get out. He did everything and anything just to get out of jail. You know, I don't think he should have admitted to shit. I don't think he should have admitted to YSL being a gang. I don't think he should have admitted to knowing about the drugs in the car. I think he should have just fought it with his homies, you know, but to each their own. Everybody does whatever the fuck they feel is best for them. But as far as right now, to me, Gunner is a rat, you know. Only time will tell. You feel me? So other than that, shout out to Young Thug. There's only so many real ones left out there. And so far he showed to be a real one, unless we see otherwise. And if he turns out to bite the cheese as well, then I guess we're going to have to recall that statement. But right now, it seems like Gunna took the whole fucking government cheese to his house. So he can't come out rapping about gang shit because ain't nobody gonna believe him no more. Once again, shout out to Young Thug. I'm gonna kill this video word late and call it a day. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm Blue Devil. It's been a TheHaterWorld production, and we out.